Hey everyone, welcome to another awesome week. Thank you guys so much for serving. Let's jump right in. This first activity, what you're going to do is you're going to have a rolling number activity page. And with this rolling number activity page, you'll have some markers too. And with these markers, you'll have them have each one of the kids have multiple different colors of markers. And so what they'll do is go ahead and just pick a color and fill in that color for whichever one it is. So this one can be green, red, blue, purple, all that stuff, whatever. Then they're going to roll the die. And when they roll the die, whatever color that they come up with is the one that they can go ahead and start filling in to their candy pieces, okay? So this is just an opening activity, trying to get them comfortable, get them working on stuff, all of that kind of thing. Then the second activity that you're going to do is with some Skittles and a spoon and a cup. And with this, you'll dump the Skittles into the cup and have them use the spoon to try to dig out whatever color of the Skittle that you want them to dig out, okay? So encourage them not to eat these. Say we'll get a chance to eat some candy later, that kind of stuff. But go ahead and have them have some fun with that, okay? Then when you go up to large group, we are learning about Lydia today. And our big bottom line for today is all about using your gifts to help others, okay? And again, we're still on that individuality, which is all about discovering the gifts that God has given us to use for His glory and His goodness, okay? So right after the Bible activity, you will have them go ahead and do an acting scene. And with this acting scene, you have a piece of paper that kind of explains what they're going to act out and when they're going to act it out. So go ahead and assign the different characters in the Bible story, which are laid out here. You have like Lydia, and then you have Jesus and all that stuff. And so, Lydia and Paul, and then like a group of women and stuff like that. So I know, don't make the boys feel too bad about that. But anyway, and then at any point you can yell freeze during the script. And when you yell freeze, you have to switch who's who. And so like Lydia becomes Paul, Paul becomes one of the group of women, one of the group of women becomes Lydia, all that stuff. You can kind of just flip it around however you want to. And then they have to just keep going on the story from there. Okay. Now, there are also some questions at the bottom of that too, like what are some other ways that Lydia could have used her gifts, or if Lydia had chosen not to use her gifts to help others, what do you think that would have looked like? And then kind of reiterate that bottom line again, okay? So use your gifts to help others, okay? Now, this next activity, you're going to have some form of gifts, okay? And these gifts, what you'll do is you'll basically have all of these different cards inside of the gift. When it's time, you'll have them pull out one of the gifts, okay? And it doesn't matter if this is actually true for that person or not, but what you're gonna do, so this one says like being a great singer. I'm actually a terrible singer, but it doesn't matter, okay? So what you're gonna do is as each one of the kids shares the gift that they received out of the box or the gift basket, prompt them to raise their hands if they actually believe that this is one of their own personal gifts, okay? Then ask them, what is one way that you could use your gift or this gift to help others, okay? So again, it doesn't matter if this actually applies to them or not, but have them come up with a creative way of something they can do to help others using this gift, okay? And then if you want, you can even have them mix it up and do it again, or have them instead come up with a gift that is different than the piece of paper that they can use to help others and go from there, okay? But again, using our gifts to help other people is what we are focusing on there. Okay, awesome. This next activity, you are going to have these different pieces of paper, and all of these are the verse, okay, the memory verse of the month. So with that, go ahead and go through the memory verse in their Bibles at first, okay? So open up the Psalms and do that, and then once they have it, you can do two different teams with this, and you'll have these crumpled up into different balls, okay? The actual verse pieces of paper crumpled up into balls. They'll be in like a bucket, okay? What they're going to do is with their team, they will scoop up from the bucket that these are going to be in. They'll scoop up one of the pieces of paper. Once they do that, they will pass down the line in the cones, the ice cream cones, okay, if you will, ice cream cones. They'll pass these down the line all the way down until it hits the other bucket, and then they dump it in the other bucket. So each kid will have one of these cones, and then you'll have two teams with two different sets of these first cards in them, okay? And then they'll dump those, put them all the way to the other side, only with using the cones. They cannot use their hands to directly pick up the balls or anything like that. And then they'll transfer it all the way down the line to the other bucket, dump it in the bucket. Once every single piece is in that other bucket, then and only then can they touch these pieces with their hands, unfold them, and then it's the first team to put these in order that actually wins. And so, boom, they'll unfold it, put them in order, and the first team to get it all the way through is how they can win that game, okay? Awesome. And then this next one is a prayer card activity page. And with these prayer cards, it basically has different lines that they can write in there. And so it's like my gift is blank. I should use it by blank. And then it has the memory verse at the bottom of that. And so encourage them to write these out as if they were doing it for real and, getting serious and whatnot with this, to figure out some gifts that God has actually given them to work for God's kingdom and God's glory and how they can help others. And that's it for this week, guys. Thank you guys so much. The secret word for this week is going to be gift. Okay. And so figuring out gift and how they can use gift to help other people. Thank you guys. See you guys soon.